So as I mentioned today, we're going to talk about, we have basically 4 or 5 additions to Herman Miller Group Ancillary. This is very high level. We'd be happy to share more information afterwards if you have any questions. But we're going to start with the portrait chair. So this was released, I think, a few weeks ago, I want to say. And I'm going to apologize in advance because I've not heard anyone say the designer's name. So I may be mispronouncing it, but it was designed by Andreas Engelsvik. And I'm just going to read a quote from him. He wanted, I wanted this to be a generous and comfortable chair, but I also think it's important when you work in a familiar typology to differentiate the design. So he actually founded a groundbreaking design studio, Norway Says, and he, after that, went on to establish his own studio. And his approach is informed by the idea that objects need to be mastered before they're created. So the portrait chair was a winning entry in a design competition sponsored by the National Museum of Norway. The jury, which was led by British designer Jasper Morrison, said that portrait is a beautiful chair that adds a seductive softness and elegance to the room where it will be used. It has the sinuous lines and universal forms that bring forth a freer, more poetic aesthetic of its designer's native Norway. The geometry and form are naturally generous and comfortable. It is stackable. And we have a ton more images, but again, we were trying to kind of keep this brief. But the seat and back are also available in a range of materials. So you can do veneer on the seat in the back, you can do an upholstered seat and back, or you can do upholstered seat and wood back. It's available with or without arms, and it's stackable up to 5 high. The other thing I wanted to mention, for my own sort of education, I looked up the pricing this morning, and for the armless version with the wood back and seat, it starts at $875 list. So moving on to the next introduction, we have the U Series Lounge by Ward Bennett. This was originally designed and introduced in 1979. And we are obviously reintroducing it here this fall. It has comfortable curves that support a wide range of textiles. So to me, that means it's easy, and this is my interpretation, but easy for COM approval. But of course, we have wonderful Geiger textiles that are graded in as well. It's elegant and sophisticated, can be used obviously for residential, but also commercially. It's also available as a lounge chair with or without casters, and then settee and sofa. And then we can, obviously if anyone has questions at the end, we can go over more information.
I'm going to throw the links for the furniture into the chat. So if you need information on it directly, you can grab it there, but also any questions you guys have for us, but it just makes it, so that you guys have quick access to the things.
And then next is the Rapport sofa. I love this one with the beautiful, beautiful tufting. So this was designed by Issei Weinfeld for Geiger. It's a Chesterfield sofa that takes a turn for the contemporary. It's got the boxy form, a low seat, and then that precisely tufted upholstery. So I'm not sure what the seat depth is. I know it has sort of a deep seat. The seat height is just under 15 inches high, so fairly low. It's got those crisp architectural lines, and this is also available as a settee, sofa, modular, sectional, or ottoman. There's some really nice images as a sectional on our website, so we'll make sure we share that info. And then lastly, we have 2 new additions to the Domino family. So, sorry, one second. These were also designed by Issei Weinfeld. The table were designed as a destination for conversation, collaboration, or concentration. You can see the skillfully applied veneer really showcases the ability of Geiger to do the beautiful woodcraft. You have the slim metal base, and then the tabletop is available in 2 sizes at 36 inches and 48 inches. And then the desk, hopefully most of you are familiar with the Domino credenza, which is absolutely beautiful. But now we have the Domino desk, which is designed for the private office. It offers that elegant aesthetic with some clever storage and, of course, luxe finishes. You can do quarter-turn veneer pattern for added visual interest. You have that open minimal base. And then there's also, I might actually just, I would love to show you this other image, which I didn't include in the presentation. So I'm going to see if I can share it real quick, because it's a really nice image of the storage options. I just thought that was really cool to show the storage capabilities. Hopefully you can see that. And then actually I'll show this image as well. And then just switching back, go back to the actual Mornings with Miller presentation. But that was it as far as the new introductions. So if anyone has any questions, please let us know. I believe these are all available now. I know they're all on the website because, again, I was just kind of looking to see what's available as far as images and sizes and pricing, but all those tools are on our website. Everybody's very quiet this morning.
I just looked at the link for that one that comes as a big sectional that's tufted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's really cool as a big, massive U-shaped
right.
sectional.
Right?
It's different from anything I've ever seen. I really like it.
Yeah. And since we went kind of quick this morning, I'll show you one other thing before we talk about, just mention what we're going to talk about next week. So really quickly, I'm going to switch my view again. So I probably, I try to mention this all the time, but I know sometimes people may have a little difficulty navigating our site. But what I love, so I'm going to just go to that one since we mentioned it. But, if you go to lounge seating, you'll see all of the Herman Miller options. And then as you scroll down, you'll see all the other family of brands, what we have available. So as you keep scrolling and you'll go from Herman Miller down to Geiger Falls next, you can see, so there's the Rapport sofa. And as with, and there's probably honestly a little bit more information when it's a Herman Miller product as opposed to one of the other brands. But up here at the top, you can look at, there's a library of images available, and usually they'll have the white sweep, and then they'll also usually have some environmental pictures. And then Pro Resources is where you can find drawings and images and pricing and product sheets and all that fun stuff. So just want to make sure everyone knows that this is all available. Finishes, usually that's all right here on the site. But if you can't find it, obviously you can always reach out to Samantha or me.
Yeah, I gave the links on the Geiger website for those pieces, but everything's available through hermanmiller.com.
Yep.
That was one of our biggest requests, I would say, when they were working on the website was, I want to know, I know you have all these brands, how do I find all of the things? So if you say, we have that, how do I find it? And so they put it all in, it's by product style. So rather than looking for, oh, I like this one piece from Hay, it's saying, I know I need a lounge piece of furniture, everything's in lounge. Or if I need a side chair, everything's in side chair.
Good, that's easier.
So much easier, even for us who have to know all the products. Like, I know
you guys
have that.
Where is it? We're in trouble.
Yeah, right. We got to a place where, especially with DWR, I mean, we have thousands of options sometimes. And, you know, it's one of those things. I'm like, if you can't find us with us, I'm surprised, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I will find it. We will find it. We have good resources now.
Another place to look that shows some really great different options that you wouldn't necessarily see the product are the MRL boards.
Yes.
Mhm. Yep.
We were just on there not that long ago, and it's amazing the pieces that you can find in there. I'm like, I didn't see that piece before, and then you can check where it came from. So that's kind of cool too, and they're put together as packages. That was kind of neat.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll probably do, that's actually a great session. Thanks, Bijo. A good session to maybe talk about is how we use, I think they changed their name from MRL to Scout now.
It's called
Somebody
Scout.
bought their company. So yeah, the Scout board, and we'll be able to kind of talk about what that means for you guys as designers and how we can use that resource for you. But it's been really, that's definitely a great way to find pieces.
Yeah,
I agree.
Pretty easy to find. So that was that was a plus too.
And I actually messaged Samantha this morning. I said I might create a board, you know, that's just this information, just these products to send out in the next couple of days. So
even with just basic list pricing would help.
Yeah, if
Yep,
you picked a
sure.
base grade or something like that, that would be really helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can include all of that. Love those resources. And then next week, I'm going to be on vacation, but you'll be in wonderful hands with Samantha, and she's going to talk about our new sort of purpose and values with Herman Miller Group that we just introduced.